Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the channel. Thank you for being a community. Um, so my name is Holly. I'm an energy reader, psychic medium, and I use cards, Oracle and Tarot as a way to focus and a starting place. I do like to receive messages from Spirit a lot. And so I always like to start with the vibe of the day. And normally I do a Monday through Friday video. However, this week is, in addition to everything else going on, I personally have some things that are going to make this sort of a challenging and uncomfortable week. Hopefully I'm sure it's going to be no big deal, but it is going to be a little difficult for me to do Monday through Friday. And I don't want to do videos so far in advance. I can tap into the vibe for that day ahead of time. Energy is energy. But so I'm going to put this one out today for Sunday. Today is Sunday. I'm filming this on Sunday or recording this on Sunday. And so I'm not sure what Thursday and Friday look like, but I'm going to do my best, guys. Okay? Just please bear with me. So the energy and the vibe I was picking up for today, because everybody is still, I think, kind of swirling and disgruntled and angry and sad. It's like we're going through all the stages of grief. And I keep hearing people, and if you want to click off. If you want to stay, because I think a lot of us are in this headspace. A lot of people are just saying, yeah, but we just got to get through the next 4 years. Well, no, it's more than that. We got to preserve the democracy. You know, if the Constitution is changed, if there's any more stacking of the Supreme Court, and yeah, we'll probably lose people for saying that. Well, oh well. It's an optional channel, but for the rest of you that I worry about, all of us. So yeah, it's more than that. So please understand that. So I'm trying to step out of that space, out of that headspace, and move into a space of we still have to live, we still have to do things, we still have to go places, we still have to perform, we still, in our jobs, in our lives, with our families. So what I am trying to do from henceforth out is to always first tap into the general vibe and message of the day. And again, this is not a politically motivated channel, but sometimes it's hard not to be. So just find like-minded people and find your support, please. Please. Okay, so when I was checking in, this is the mug I went to immediately. My t-shirt's even almost this color. And what I heard when I asked, what is the message? What is the vibe? What is the energy for Sunday? What is it that the collective needs to know more than anything, okay, on this day? And this was the one I grabbed for. This was the mug I grabbed for. So happy morning coffee, everyone. I'm going to get a sip. Man, that's good. And soothing. Okay. So anyway, we need to be aware of and tap into, because I can feel them very closely. It's almost like they're in the background waving, saying, hey, what about us? What about us? Call on us. So when we are calling on our energy teams, our protectorate, if you need to call back your energy on the homepage for this channel under community, I think it's the second message in or the second comment in, there is a 6-minute video about how to do an energy retrieval that's super fast, super quick, and you can do it every single day. And it helps you to pull back the pieces of yourself you've lost, whether it's through road rage or current events or a fight with a friend or just the day-to-day living that beats us down sometimes, But we need to call our energy back to us to fortify, strengthen, and create the health and wellness we need so we can get up and do the things we need to do. So please find that video if you need to. It's worth the watch. It's only 6 minutes, okay? And I have done this since I was in my 20s, and I'm now in my very late 50s, and it works, okay? It's not a one and done deal. Sometimes, like I said, depending on how trying the times are, we might have to do it just in general and in our personal lives. You may have to do it every single day, but we need to do that. So anyway, an energy retrieval, okay? And then also with the fairy mug and the untapped energy that we're not tapping into, I know I'm all over the place, the elemental kingdom. It is real. It is so real. And I know so many of you do accept that it is real. And they are as floored as we are, just because you have to think about, I know my hair's everywhere too. I'm everywhere. I'm sorry. I'm so disgruntled and just jumbled today. I am getting it together. I'm focusing. But when the earth is under attack, and when you hear someone in power say, drill, 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 frack, 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 do you know what fracking is? It is devastation and destruction of our landscape, of wildlife. So that's when we call on the elemental energy. And that's when we say, of course, yes, we do what we need to do as humans and in the real world kind of way, and it's up to each individual to decide what that is. However, we have this unseen, and some people do see them, but we have this unseen force of elemental energy. Try traveling around to places in the UK, particularly Ireland, and see how real the belief is. Highways have been rerouted to go around trees because there was too much activity around that tree. So yeah, we can ask for intervention in a lot of ways. We are not alone, but remember, we have to ask Spirit, all that is, the creator of all things, elemental kingdoms, any protectorate we have to ask for help, and then we have to do our part. Okay? We cannot just sit back and hope for the best. We have to do our part, but we have to ask Spirit for help. And that's the energy and the vibe. The other vibe I got that was really, and it's still really intense, because I almost forgot it, and I just very clearly heard in my ear, don't forget, So, yes, I do tend to be more clairaudient and claircognizant. I just get downloads and I hear stuff. So, and I have since I was a kid. It's just, it's kind of a DNA thing too, I think. But anyway, don't forget to call on your ancestors. Just because you may come from a family that did not have ancestors or let's say relatives that you are aware of that may not have been the most easy to get along and wonderful people in the world, and some of you are battling with them now if they're in the living still, but that doesn't mean that your ancestors were not like you. At some point there was a breakdown in the family. At some point there was a breakdown in my family on both sides. But when I connect with them as they've moved on, or when I connect with ancestors that I never even knew, I realize I have my fire, I have my drive, I have everything about me because of them. That is from this lifetime in addition. That is your DNA in this lifetime in addition to your spiritual soul level calling. Okay? Call on your ancestors for help, for strength, for wisdom, and wellness. Predominantly, we are calling on the ancestors for strength and wellness, perseverance, drive, and the knowledge of what to do. Okay? That's important. Okay. Actually, it's more important than people realize, I think. Call on the elemental kingdoms, but also call on your ancestors. Oh, thank you. And I'm also hearing call on the ancestors of others. Now, what does that mean? Call on the ancestors of others to help motivate, all individuals to do what is right for the collective, what is right for humanity. We need to broaden our scope. That's what I'm hearing. Broaden your scope and awareness of what does spirit mean. You have a tremendous amount of energy about you. Don't shut down, and I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever you want to do. You believe whatever you want to believe. More power to you. But my suggestion is just that we have our grieving period, but we have our fear. We have all of those things. Fear for those that we love and care for. Fear for the planet. Fear for the world. However, if we stay in that place, then we lose the ability to act, and we lose the ability to move forward with courage and strength. And they want me to say this too, and I wasn't sure about it, but they want me to say this too. And I think I mentioned it or hinted at it in another video. And today it's just I'm going to come straight out. The people who are the biggest supporters have the most to lose. We need to be sure and keep open minds and it's hard to keep an open heart sometimes, but we need to keep an open mind and understand that eventually we will all be sailing in the same boat. Okay. Broaden your scope of what you understand to be spirit. Call on your sacred self, your higher self. Call your energy back to you. Ask for downloads of wisdom, knowledge, and intuition for the betterment of all. Mainly for yourself. Remember that ripple effect. Your energy will dictate so much of what happens around you. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true. Remember to broaden your scope of spirit. That you not only call, as I said, on your sacred self, your higher self, on the all that is, God, to help give you the strength, the wisdom, and to guide all of your words, actions, and deeds. Well, actions and deeds are kind of the same things. Words, thoughts, and actions. Let's put it that way. And I'll do it right now. I ask for the creator of all things. I ask for Mother and Father God. I ask for guidance in all my words, thoughts, and deeds. Make me an open channel to spirit. Help guide me in all ways. And I call on the spirits of others to guide them in the same way if they should be so inclined. We cannot tamper with the free will of others. Because we don't want anyone doing that to us. I call on the ancestors. I can feel them around. There are rows and rows and rows and rows of them. I call on the ancestors to guide, direct, salvage, and save. Those two words came up specifically. I did not generate those. I call on the ancestors to step in. Okay. Man, I don't know about you all, but around my third eye, I can feel the expansion and the opening. It's almost like a pulsing. It's almost a little bit like a headache, but I know it's a good thing. They're going to be expanding our sight. So if you all of a sudden notice that you are much more in tune, much more clairvoyant, you start hearing, seeing, feeling more, don't be afraid of it. Just understand that we are being divinely guided. And I'm not talking about in some wingnut crazy way where we think we have dominion over others. No. we have dominion over ourselves, or we should have the right to that. We should have the right to that. In this country, particularly, yeah. But we cannot dictate the will of another. Otherwise, it makes us, well, call on your higher self. I like to call that the sacred self, to guide and direct. And call on the ancestors, and call on the elementals, and then call on your protectorate. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a quick read with the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. All right. Now, we shall see. All right, we have got to get into some of the daily living things, because we also have people who are experiencing deaths. We have to, or funerals or visitations, or people who are going through a divorce, people who are having children, people who are having birthdays, people who are celebrating anniversaries. We are still trying to live our lives while at the same time being aware of everything that is at stake. Huh. Okay. Well, so on my lap, a whole big chunk of cards fell. And some of them popped out, and some just, yeah. So, okay. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put these in the order that they fell out on my lap. And there was also some that stayed face down. If they stayed face down, I didn't take them. If they turned up so I could see the face of them, I decided to take them. And remember, cards are tools to help focus the mind when we get into this busy brain space. All right, so the first one I saw was this. Get my glasses. And that is the Strength card. All right, the Strength card. And what I'm hearing is we have everything we need within us. We have the strength we need within us. Never doubt that. Again, lean back on your ancestors. Think about what they lived through. Okay? We can do this. You have the strength of thousands of people behind you, in addition to the spirit realm. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Paying forward and giving back. Balancing. Stepping into something new. This always reminded me of when they tossed the wedding bouquet, Oh, I get it. All right, so they're telling me what I need to say about this one is that there is enough for everyone, and there will be enough for everyone. Remember that. That's going to be more important than what we realize here very soon. There is enough for everyone. And it's okay to reach up and say, I deserve better, I deserve more. Look at this. These people are not sitting back and waiting for things to be handed to them. It's just falling around, and they're like, okay, come on, let's go, let's do it. And they're collecting their part of that bouquet. All right. Three of Swords. Yeah, we pretty much have been feeling that. But notice what I'm looking at is not that. I'm looking at her. These waters may look dark and scary, but they're also water, and water is cleansing. Water is our emotions. She's hugging herself. And what I'm hearing is this is the essence of when the energy retrieval works. You've got nothing to lose by doing it. I've got nothing to gain by you doing it. It's a 6-minute video, and I stand there and do it with you. So you know what? Hold on to yourself and protect yourself. I'm also hearing Ho'oponopono. So if I've talked about that in a number of videos. So I'm just embedded within them. If you're not sure about it, it's Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian practice. There are a lot of books about it. I do this sometimes when I say Ho'oponopono, and it's a way of resetting. And I always forget about it. So this was a reminder, too, to do that as well. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. When you are doing that and saying that mantra, you are saying it to yourself. You are not saying it to anyone else. And it hits a reset button. It hits a reset button like dropping a pebble into a pond. And I always talk about the ripple effect. You're cleansing and changing your internal kind of, I don't know, the reality. You're hitting a reset button is what that is. Mabel Katz, K-A-T-Z, The Easiest Way is my favorite book about it. She's not the one that brought it to the forefront, but she does the best job, I think, explaining it in an accessible and easy way, and you can pretty much get that book anywhere. The Easiest Way by Mabel, M-A-B-E-L, Katz, K-A-T-Z. And it is about Ho'oponopono. And I highly suggest everyone look for it. Again, I get nothing out of that. I am not affiliated with her or it. I've never met her in person. I've only watched her on videos that were recorded from conferences. Then we have the Tower. If you think you've been through a Tower moment, no, the Tower is still coming. And it's going to be a shakeup, but I don't have fear related to it. It feels good. Because there's the magician. And look at the butterflies. Transformation. This is not the kind of magician that does things for selfish means. This is a magician who is the epitome of transformation. So we are going to take a moment that is a Tower moment. We are going to take the collapse of the Tower and we are going to transform into magnificence. We are going to transform because you have the power to do that. You have the power to do that. And it starts within. As within, so without. And that is your message for today. I know that's a short one. I said that at 22:55. You are not alone, and I want you to hear this. You are not alone. You are loved. You are valuable, and you are important. You are critically important. So again, as an energy reader, I will say, the greatest importance right now is shifting your internal. It's like, and I think this is the right phrase, the locus of control, or it's something like that. I feel like it's shifting. It's an internalized, not feeling like things are being put on us, but we are going to step out into our power because holy wow, that's a lot of power, y'all. Change your internal way of being, whether it's through Ho'oponopono and that phrase that you say to yourself, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Whether it's by calling in the elemental kingdoms, and I call to you now, be here, intervene in all ways and at all times with my blessing and request. Thank you. I call to my ancestors, strong ancestors. I call to you for intervention, wisdom, and keen understanding. Thank you. Intervene in all areas. I call to the spirit guides and guardians. Intervene in all ways and all areas and in all directions of time. call to the protectorate, mine and anyone else's who wants to be part of this. I call to the protectorate now to step in, to be with us, to surround and shield. And there is a wall of light beings. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you for showing me that. There is a wall of light beings surrounding this entire planet. This is not the time to dip into the darkness. We need every being that can shed light to shed light. When you turn on the lights and illuminate truth, that's when the roaches scatter. All right. Cheers. I'm sending you all so much love and gratitude. So much love and gratitude. And as serious as all this is, and even this video today, I had a bunch of really heavy, serious, pointed dreams that weren't dreams. That happens too. So if that picks up for you, it's okay. Just notice it, write it down, come back and look at it later. Sometimes it's just the busy brain dreams, and I've been feeling like I've been really deprived of some foods that I like. And so I saw a massive chocolate chip muffin. Not a cupcake, but a muffin. So, you got to find the humor in things too. And remember to smile, and remember to treat yourself. Remember to take care of yourself, but taking care of yourself is also treating yourself a little bit too. Stand strong, you all. Be good. Be the people I know you are. Thank you for the comments. This is a good group. Thank you. I'm sending you so much love. You have a perfect soul. Don't ever forget that. Thank you.